We live in an ever-changing world, and education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. The power of education extends beyond the development of skills we need for economic success. It can contribute to nation building and reconciliation. These are powerful words by Nelson Mandela. Our program begins with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Gianna Skirvin, followed by the National Anthem, sung by Brianna Dollar, and then Lift Every Voice and Sing, performed by Camille Blackwell Clark.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang away, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you to our student performers who always represent us well, and you provide us with the inspiration that we need for our work and the manifestation of our purpose. At this time, I would like to introduce you to the Board of Education. Ann Savage, President, Vicki Smith, Vice President, Tabitha Wilson, Secretary, Member Dr. Sridhar Shatur, Member Hassan Alminyawe, Member Ellen Krejci, Member Damaris Mann. Thank you so much to the Board of Education for all of your support. We appreciate everything that you do to support our faculty, staff, students, and families. The next team I would like to introduce is the District Superintendent's Cabinet. I am honored to work alongside this team each day. The work has not been easy, but this team has put in long hours to lead the work of our district as we look to reopen this fall. Kimberly Roaring, Deputy Superintendent of Business and Finance. Dr. Cecily Wilson Turner, Assistant Superintendent, Elementary Education Division. Lori McKenna, Assistant Superintendent, Secondary Education Division. Kent Baker, Assistant Superintendent, Assessment, Accountability, and Technology Innovation. Karen Bechtel, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Ron Lesko, Director, Communications and Operations Division. Matthew Petrin, Director, Human Resources Division. And Eileen Leffler, Director of Grants and Program Development. Thank you for all your dedication and your commitment to our students. We will now hear opening remarks from our Board of Education President, Ann Savage.
On behalf of the Board of Education, it is my honor to welcome you to the 2021 school year. A lot of people use that term, "it is my honor," without thinking too hard about it, but I think about it a lot, and it really means something to me. It truly is my honor to speak to you this morning. Over the last 6 months, we on the board have been watching the incredible work that you've been doing, and it truly is amazing. Last spring, over a weekend, you switched from our traditional school to crisis education with almost no notice, and during that period, you created a much-needed sense of normalcy for our students. Then this summer, you worked incredibly hard to develop a fantastic reopening plan. Really, the best reopening plan we could have hoped for, and I believe one of the best in the entire state. And then suddenly, just now, we discover that we have many fewer dollars to support that plan than we thought that we were going to have. And now we need to come up with a brand new plan, truly at the last possible minute. You are amazing. The amount of work you've put in and the quality of the work has been incredible. And it truly is my honor to speak to you this morning. We in the board believe in you so deeply. We have so much faith in you. I hope that you have as much faith in yourself as we do in you. Whether you are dealing with students every single day or whether you're doing the important behind-the-scenes work that makes teaching and learning possible, you are what makes this district what it is. You are inspiring children to learn. You're building communities in your classrooms, in your buildings, in your departments, in this district. You are what makes Albany what it is, and we thank you for that. Whether that means you're talking to students every day, or whether it means you're making sure that the building is clean, that the buses run, that the technology works, that the staff gets hired, and that the payroll runs. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's essential to the success of our students, and we appreciate it. With that, we know that you are facing a tremendous challenge this year. You are going to do things you've never done before, and you're going to do them in ways you've never done them before. And we know that that is going to be an incredibly difficult situation, especially because students are going to be coming back with even more traumatic experiences from home than they had last year. And honestly, you've been through trauma as well. None of us have ever been through this before. A global pandemic, a worldwide recession, and a complete upheaval in public education all at the same time. None of us have done that before. And so I hope you will treat yourself with grace, and I hope you will treat your students with grace. We all need to navigate through this unprecedented situation together. And of course, here in Albany, it's further complicated by hundreds of years of systemic racism and systemic disinvestment in urban centers. And so it is a different situation here for us than it is in other school districts. And we've known that for a long time, and we've been focusing on it for a long time. And I am so proud that the superintendent will be talking to you today about how our commitment to social justice is much needed this year as it has been every year, and how we will continue that work even in this unprecedented time. This is not the year we expected it to be, and it's not the year we wanted it to be, but it is the year it will be. And we know that you are going to face this year with the utmost of integrity, and that you're going to bring your commitment to excellence to your work every single day. And because of that, we know that our students are in fantastic hands with you. Again, on behalf of the board, I welcome you to the 2020-21 school year, and thank you for your work. We appreciate you and are grateful that our students are in your capable hands.
The year 2020 is a year for the history books. We have seen so many challenges in the past few months. We have endured the sudden transition from full in-person learning to remote learning in the continuity of instruction model back in March. We have also persevered the worldwide spread of the COVID-19 virus and the new protocols put in place to reduce the spread of this virus. Our society has withstood the continued fight for social justice in the wake of George Floyd, in the wake of Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and Jacob Blake, and many, many others, as the cry of Black Lives Matter echoes throughout our nation. We have also witnessed the Me Too movement as women's rights represent human rights. See, as we live in the shadows of equity in education, recognizing that our budget reductions reach far beyond the capital region, we must look beyond ourselves and into the faces of the children that we serve and work to close the academic, social, emotional gaps that present themselves in very, very real ways to our students, our families, our faculty, and our staff members. This is really a time to see the strength, the perseverance, and the commitment representing who we are as a school district and those focused on the well-being and best interest of our students. This year, along with our students' academic and social and emotional needs, we are asked to meet even greater challenges. Challenges I know we have the will and the expertise to meet. We have spent this summer working together to prepare for the health, safety, and well-being needs of our entire school community. All of you, as well as our students and families. We are going to make sure that our plan, which is in place in all of our schools and district-wide, has been established to meet the needs and to meet the guidelines that have been outlined for all schools, from social distancing to all the appropriate PPE, the hygiene protocols, the screening protocols, temperature checks, and all the procedures for identifying, reporting, and addressing COVID-19 have been put in place. With these plans, I know that we face many uncertain times ahead, but there is one thing that is for certain. We must educate our children and focus on the instructional framework as the center of our work, as outlined by the goals and the priorities of our district. At the core of what we do, it is about instruction, but not just the academics. It is about the whole child. It is about understanding all the things that come into focus when we are looking for the best interest of our students academically, socially, and emotionally. Our district is so much to so many, from food and nutrition to extracurricular activities, clubs, service learning, mentors, internships, apprenticeships, and volunteers. Our district community is just that. It is community. There are so many ways in which we work together to build our district's community through our goals and our priorities.
It feels good to know that there's somebody to help me, teachers, parents, students. It feels good to know that people are there for me, because even though I'm trying to do it independently, and then when I'm struggling and I need help, I know that there's people there for me to help me out, because a lot of people need help. They can't do it by themselves, And then it's good to know that we have people helping. And then if everybody can help each other, then the whole community, the whole society will get better. Whatever your dreams are or your goals in the future, school can help you achieve those goals because education is key.
Our first goal is to increase student achievement through the priorities of ensuring the social and emotional learning of our children. We have to actualize equity through our instructional systems so that we can foster success in our online learning environment. We have to provide those opportunities for student voice and student choice in order to continue to engage our students in critical thinking and problem-solving strategies.
Yeah, like a good teacher, you need a good teacher because the better the teachers, the better you can learn and the more help they can give you. When you have multiple teachers around to say, I have a problem, I need help or something, it makes you feel more safe, more comfortable that there's not just one or two people helping you. Everyone in the school can help you. All day there's teachers all around you, which means if you have a problem and your teacher's not there, you can talk to the art teachers there or the gym teachers there or a different classes teachers there. You can always run up to them and say, I have a problem, my teacher's not here, can you help me? Good teachers make you feel safe and help you learn.
Our second goal is the delivery of quality instruction. In our virtual and in-person models of instruction, we are providing resources and the time for teachers to enhance the delivery of instruction by designing professional development which enables our faculty and staff the ability to navigate a more robust virtual and in-person instructional model where we use data and research to improve our instructional practices.
We need good leaders in our schools because we learn from what they do, not just what they say. Good leadership isn't just always confidence, it's also a thought process. It's always thinking, it's stopping and realizing what's happening in the situation and how to deal with that situation. If everyone became a better leader, even if you're already good, but you became even better at it, not only would the world be safer, but it would also be more constructive.
Our district has focused over the past 3 years in building leadership capacity and enhancing the accountability process. Our priorities include continuing with supporting our administrators in a distributive leadership model and examining the role of our equity teams as we look to take our focus on equity to the next level through strengthening our workforce diversity. Leadership is not about administration. Leadership is evident in every role, every position, and every person. As a district, we must grow leaders at all levels of the organization and continue to provide the necessary support for everyone to tap into the leadership qualities they possess.
Parent engagement is very important for students in their studies. As students, we are learning to be more independent and more responsible. But we still need some direction from our families. The more involved they are, the more beneficial it is for us students. When they're connected, let's say there's something happening at the school, like an event or something, the parents now know. The parents can say, okay, we want to go do this. If the parent is involved, then most likely the student will be involved as well.
Now more than ever, we need the support, engagement, and empowerment of our families. The customer service needed to make our families feel welcome and part of the educational process is critical. We, as a district, will need to seize the opportunities to engage our stakeholders and families in our survey and feedback processes in order to leverage best practices. We must increase and enhance our digital platform so that we may creatively share our own stories.
Community partnerships are important because it helps children succeed in life and just show them what they can be and what they can do. Just other organizations in general coming together in a school or just showing us what a good role model is and showing us what we can become in life. And when people are able to come to spa days and are able to actually see what's going on in the school rather than what they hear about us on like social media or anything, it shows the community how strong we are as a school and as a whole.
We know that we cannot do this work alone. It will take all of us working together for each of us for the success of our children. We must all be all in for Albany and partner with our diverse community and think outside the box in order to create pathways and partnerships with our local colleges and universities. We must actively communicate our district's commitment to equity and social justice, ensuring that our students have opportunities to partner with our community through our CTE programs, internships, and apprenticeships is just another example of creating opportunities for our students. You may ask at this point, how do we stay focused on our priorities and educating our students when we are faced with the significant state aid and federal aid reductions? How do we then stay focused as we restructure programs designed to support our students and help them grow? How do we continue to believe in the possibilities of our educational system in the quest for equity in education and social justice? We start with our why. Our why includes improving learning outcomes while ensuring the social and emotional well-being and wraparound services for our students. Our why includes being flexible and adaptable because our classrooms will look very different from what they did last year. We have put in place the Department of Health protocols. We must adapt to enhanced hygiene procedures, cleaning and sanitizing protocols, as well as practices, including our instructional practices. Our why includes being innovators and collaborators. Through our constant evolution, we must work together and dare to be different. Best practices are all around us. We can collaborate beyond our school walls. Knowledge is power, and we can learn from all of those around us through online and in-person professional development opportunities and beyond. Above all, our why is really the vision of being a district of excellence with caring relationships and engaging learning opportunities and experiences that provide equitable opportunities for all of our students to reach their potential. The discussions which lie ahead are discussions which will weigh heavily on us all. The impact of the state aid reductions threaten the very fiber of the programs that we have in place, where we have seen the impact of growth and progress for our students. The programs that we have designed have had a positive impact in our district. They have to be restructured in order to meet the needs of our children in a very different way. We know that from last March, we will face challenges to close the achievement gaps. We also know that these achievement gaps, coupled with the external pressures on our families and our society, will impact our educational system for years to come. We have to be prepared. We have to be prepared to change the trajectory of the academic outcomes so that we can face these challenges with courage, with boldness, with innovative instructional strategies, and the willingness to build relationships and make a difference in the lives of our children beyond ourselves. We are living during unprecedented times. There is no blueprint or pathway to show us which way this path is going to go or where we are on the journey. We are at a crossroads. We are looking down the path as far as we can go, yet the path we are on is the one definitely less traveled. And yes, this path will make all the difference to our students. Why does education make the difference? Why does education matter? Education matters because knowledge is power, a statement formulated by philosopher Francis Bacon during the Enlightenment. Education is the fundamental precondition for political development, democracy, and social justice. Education empowers and promotes greater participation in our democracy. Without strong educational systems, a society struggles to develop. Education matters because it levels the playing field and opens the many doors leading toward equitable opportunities. Education matters because every child has the right to a quality education. Education matters because through education, we continue to grow and become lifelong learners, realizing that education is a basic human right. As teachers, support staff, and administrators, we inspire and empower the next generation of leaders who will unleash that from within which actualizes and operationalizes equity and social justice to promote a better community and a better city. Thank you, and all the best as we open our 2021 school year. We are all in for Albany.